I think the next speaker is Bode Pedro. I think Bode Pedro is founder and chief executive officer of Casava. He's an upcoming technology insurance carrier and is an associate. Bode is an associate of the Nigerian Leadership Initiative, a 2011 global shaper at the World Economic Summit. And he also serves as a mentor at the Olusegun Mimiko Youth Empowerment Program. I think what Bode will be discussing this morning with us is how Casava intends to digitalize, I think, the insurance space. Can you please join me in welcoming Bode to the stage? Thank you.
Good morning, folks. Thank you for having me here. The first question I would ask you all, how many of you think insurance is awesome right now in Nigeria? How many of you think insurance is not awesome? So I guess we have work to do. My name is Bode Pedro. I'm the founder and CEO of Casava Microinsurance Limited. It's going to be Nigeria's first specialized microinsurance company, launching February 2017. We also have a few other firsts that I will introduce as we go forward. But here's the challenge in Nigeria. As one of the panelists said here today, 70% of Nigeria, essentially millennials. These are young, upwardly mobile individuals between the ages of about 16 and 32. I run a brokerage firm right now. I've run it for 3 years. And the experience that we have is most millennials do not know anything about insurance. The ones that do not care for its value. And we have to change that. And what we've also learned is marketing, sensitization can only do so much. We need to change the insurance business model. I'm here to discuss this. I'm here to also deliver a promise because Casava hasn't launched yet. It launches in February. So what you see here is a promise of what we intend to do. One of the challenges we have in insurance today, especially retail consumer insurance, is everything is slow. We want to change that. Our motto is instant everything. Our focus is 120 seconds to get insured, 5 minutes to get paid, 5 minutes to cancel your insurance, and we have 24/7 customer service, all through artificial intelligence. Some of the other speakers have talked about artificial intelligence and virtual assistants. We're launching chatbots. You know, the thing about millennials that we all know today in Nigeria is they use WhatsApp, they use Facebook, they send SMS. In fact, most nowadays actually chat more than they call. So we want to change that paradigm and focus on communicating by messaging, but more importantly, by communicating in a way that would allow us to learn from our customers as we go forward. We'd have other mediums like web, mobile, USSD, and all forms of mobile platforms, but also you could go to your Facebook Messenger and type Casava and immediately engage with us with insurance. Instant is the way to go. We're going to go from slow everything to instant everything. You won't believe that as we speak right now, 99%, pretty much all the insurance firms right now do not have a form of monthly subscription. Best you get is some kind of direct debit form that you fill. It's incredible. But I'm so proud and happy to know that we have a few payments companies in Nigeria that have really revolutionized the form of payment. I know we have Paystack who will be here today. I know Flutterwave is here at the moment. We have Amplify and a few other guys that are bringing up really great payment solutions. And we want to take advantage of that. We sell car insurance with our brokerage firm. And most of our customers, the first question they ask is, can I pay monthly? Our insurance partners say no. In fact, most times they encourage us to sell annual payments. But if I'm earning a monthly income, why should I make a payment annually? Of course, they'll say stuff like, oh, regulatory issues, oh, what if this person claims next month it's not profitable? But that's actually not true. And we've proven that it's not true. I'll give you a good context of what I mean. If you have a car worth 3 million naira with a 4% premium rate, that's 2,500 naira per month for comprehensive insurance. That's a huge difference from paying every year or even quarterly. It releases you to use some of your money to do other things. Cash flow is always a big challenge in Nigeria, and that's what we want to be able to change. Another thing that is also very important is that the dynamics for income has changed completely in Nigeria. Yes, you have working professionals who earn their income monthly, but you also have entrepreneurs. You have creative artists, some of whom earn their income weekly. Some earn their income every few months. We need to give them an option to be able to choose how to make their payments, to make it much more convenient for them, which is very important. But that's not all. We put certain things in place to reduce or mitigate some risks involved, especially fraud mitigation. But our nano payment technology, which allows us, or at least allows our customers, to change their payment structure as they go. So you can start off with monthly payments, but you can actually change to weekly payments. Prices will change a little bit, but at least the difference is made. We believe that monthly subscriptions will greatly increase our potential for reaching our customers, acquiring our customers very quickly, retaining our customers, and giving our customers the best possible experience. But this is really what Casava is made of. Casava is going to be Africa's first peer-to-peer insurance. Before I talk about peer-to-peer insurance, it's important that I give you a good context of insurance and how it all started. In the late 18th century, we had merchants in United Kingdom that would go to sea to sell their goods and services to other parts of the world. They would come together as a community and meet up at a coffee house in the United Kingdom, in London, to talk about their experiences, their challenges, and so on and so forth. And one of the biggest concerns that they've always had was shipwreck, losing their goods at sea. And they will lament and complain and worry while they're drinking their coffee and meeting their shipmates. Somebody proposed some kind of loan structure that is readily available when somebody's shipwrecked so that they can actually continue their business. And this guy who owned the coffee house, his name was Edward Lloyd, now made a suggestion. Rather than a loan, since you all are here and I know all of you here, why don't you pay me a certain fee, okay, based on the value of the goods, which you write in this ledger. And you write it under this ledger. You pay me a fee, and if your goods are lost at sea, I will pay you the value of what you lose. That's where the underwriting comes from, because he wrote under the ledger. The point I'm trying to make is that insurance started with community. But Lloyd's started getting bigger and bigger, and of course it became a company that grew, and the industrial age in the United Kingdom came up, and they lost that community. It now obviously became a case of growth and scale. This is where the problem with insurance started, not just globally, but in Nigeria, everywhere. With scale, you lose affinity. And affinity has always been important in insurance. What's affinity? Essentially, folks that are insuring know themselves. They trust the individual or the company that is insuring them. And they actually trust themselves that they will do the right thing, like claim when they really have a claim. But with scale, what now happens is, well, we don't know our customers anymore. Now there's an issue of trust. The customer doesn't know the insurance company, and he's thinking that, well, the insurance company is trying to cheat me. And the insurance company is thinking, well, there's a possibility that this customer is cheating you. And so there's a conflict of interest. With conflicts comes cost issues of understanding the customers, and cost issues of customer retention. Peer-to-peer insurance changes everything. Why does it change everything? What we are trying to do is people can buy insurance, but join groups of people that know each other. I'll give you an example of what I'm saying. You're a lawyer, you buy insurance. You can join the Nigerian Bar Association insurance group. Why should you join it? First of all, your insurance premium will be much lower, as low as 50%. Second of all, and very important, is that what we are pushing is that you can get some money back at the end of the year. But you get it as a group, which is shared to everybody that doesn't claim. That incentivizes group members to make sure that everybody claims when they really do have a claim. It changes the game. It removes the conflict of interest that we've always had with insurance. Also, with groups, you earn referral fees and also no claims cashback. So for example, if you bring somebody into your group and he doesn't claim, you also get something back at the end of the day. In other words, we're transferring the responsibility and the benefits of insurance, not just from insurance companies, but also to customers. In essence, customers are like shareholders of the insurance company. That's a big, big difference. But as we said earlier on, it discourages dishonesty and fraud, which is a big issue with insurance. And that's not going to change until we change our business model. We believe peer-to-peer insurance is the way to go. We know that there are already communities, groups of people that are already sharing some kind of financial service or the other. I'm sure you've heard of savings clubs like Ajo and Isusu. We have loans clubs and so on and so forth. So we're going to tap into those resources, and that's very important to us. I did mention no claims cashback. This is very, very important. One thing I want to say about Casava is, even though we say we're earning a premium, we're actually going to be earning fees. We're earning fees, but we already earmark a certain amount of money that goes back to you as a refund at the end of the year. So we're not touching that money. The only way that money disappears is if you claim. So from day one, when you buy insurance, you actually see how much you're going to get back. That is a huge difference. But you see, when we say cash back, it doesn't mean that you're going to actually get cash. The money can be rolled over to the next year. You can get e-coupons in which you can use at Konga or Deal Day or whatever e-merchant available. But my favorite is that we allow you to engage other communities, like your church or faith-based groups. So take that cash back and actually pay your tithes and offering in church, or take that cash back and pay charity. That also creates an engaging environment for insurers, but also the insured, and allows us to create an ecosystem of other communities that will support Casava. Insurance has always been a social good, but sometimes when we see insurance companies, we just see a monolith, huge company, and all it does is make money. We want to change that. We just talked about how we're going to work with communities and faith-based groups, charity programs, and so on and so forth. But more importantly is that with peer-to-peer insurance, we can attract communities and people that normally don't buy insurance, but would love to buy insurance as a group and support each other. That is so important. And I think that is part of our financial inclusion strategy in going forward. So I talked about awesome insurance before. Do you think this is awesome? Okay. Well, we're very, very hopeful. We're very committed. We're launching in February 2017. This is just a promise and a teaser. In terms of products, we have some really, really good products that we're going to launch. Unfortunately, I can't discuss this right now, but one of the biggest challenges with products in Nigeria, and not just in Nigeria, but globally when it comes to insurance, is that insurance is a long-term value. You buy insurance, but you actually don't get value immediately. And it takes financial discipline for people to buy insurance. Unfortunately, things have changed. Millennials just don't see long-term value. And so what we need to do is to create short-term value that will go with the long-term value. We've seen some insurance companies do it before, like get life insurance and get savings. But we want to go further than that. Get life insurance and get interest-free loans. And this is going to be a big part of what we are going to do. Thank you very, very much for your time. I believe that insurance is going to change in Nigeria starting from 2017. We see, I'm one of many FinTech companies that are actually going to change the game. This thing is about collaboration. We've talked about payments. We can't do this without payments. We also can't do this without some companies that are providing value to us, like artificial intelligence and so on and so forth. And so I'm really looking forward to collaborating with any one of you. I think my email is over there. Please feel free to send me an email if you have any kind of value proposition you want to bring, because we're all working together to change the game in insurance. Thank you so much, KPMG. Do you have any questions?